welcome to the channel and the start of a new video build. Started this earlier on today. It was my intention to begin with to do a completely different type of video build. Unfortunately the video for that for some reason has recorded all wrong, and it's recorded more of a stop motion video than what I was after. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to do, it's like a video build in the form of regular updates, so we'll see how this goes and see whether people take to it or not. So we're building, right way up, building the Ed Roth 1957 Chevy Bel Air, which is there. Beautiful kit. It's got some it's a lovely looking box art there. I didn't get to do a review of this because I just went straight into it. I was coerced by Sue Shapland, and she's going to get the blame for all of this now. So I started the build, and all is not well, so let's get to it. So today I primarily concentrated on this page here and the engine. There was quite a lot of detail, quite a lot of parts to the engine, as you can see there. Normally the block comes as one, and then you get the exhaust and other bits, and that's it really. But on this one they have got quite a few different parts that go together. The engine block is, for example, is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's a lot of pieces, which is great. Apart from the fact the pieces are not great, they're very poor in fact. Now I relish the challenge. I'm looking forward to doing the challenge, but as I've already told Sue and Paul, I'm going to moan and grumble all the way through because it is a dire kit. Very, very poor. So this is the, as far as I got today. There's a good 2 hours work in this, and quite frankly it's a mess. Now then, I'll show you it, but I have got I've used this for the first time, so I'm giving this a go for the first time. This is Mr. Hobby, Mr. Dissolved Putty. There are many gaps in this fit. The fit is dreadful. There's lots of flash, and it's sort of thick flash as well. So sometimes you're not exactly sure whether it is flash or whether it's part of the engine, and you've constantly got to dry fit. I mean, you should dry fit anyway, but this just seems it's excessive. It's every time you touch something you've got to then put everything else back together to see whether that's affected it. The detail is not very good. It's very soft. I'm going to try, and probably not the best background colour to use, but let's try and see. I don't know if I can zoom in on that or not. We've got horrible lines there as well. Hope that's not coming through on the picture. But yeah, it's all a bit soft. Not great. My plan is, if I can't tidy this up and have it where it's presentable, I don't even know if that looks like there's a bit of a bow there, then I shall just do it closed, no engine in it. this has taken me forever to put together this top bit. It should just pop in seamlessly, but it isn't seamlessly, and it's left huge holes along the top which I've had to fill. Generally very poor. There's a couple more bits left to go on there. The chrome leaves a lot to be desired. Let me just... So this is the chrome. I mean, I can't really say. It speaks for itself. It really does. There's no... It looks like it was put on and then left out in a dirty environment because there's bits all in the chrome. I don't know whether it's just the thickness of the chrome or the fact that the moulding is poor that has given it these soft edges all over it. I think that's meant to be a number plate. Where it says beneath my thumb F632 or something. Not very good at all. Not very good, no. I was going to keep these as chrome, and I was just going to try the smoke effect that people have been saying about, just spraying smoke directly over the top to knock it back a bit. But see, I don't. If that is the chrome that's making that plastic look poor, then I'm best take it off. But if the plastic is rubbish underneath and it's not that that's making it really bad, then I'm wasting my time by removing it. I think it's got to come off. It has to come off. It is that bad. So a perfect example of chrome that is not done well. We've got a couple of... I may as well show you the couple of other little bits of sprue while we're here, because I haven't touched that much on it, to be honest. We've got a date of 1973 on the mould, so over 40 years, approaching 50 years old really. So it's all a bit not very good. We've got a little bit of detail on the seats with the seat belts and such. Funny stamp on there, I don't know what that's about. And then you've got your, I think, leaf springs and so on. This is the bottom of the vehicle. So I guess this makes up the internal, just the internal floor as well. And again, there's the bottom. Have we got a date on that? Oh, we've got a date on this one of 1957. Oh, sorry, that's the my mistake. That's the car. Just a couple more. Actually, the bits of flash, although they're thick, it's mainly the pin marks that are Sorry, I don't know if you can see that or not, so let me just put it on full screen so I can let's go that way and see if we can. Oh, there we are. No, it's just not coming through very well. We got a. Is there a propeller missing there off that? Is that moulded like that? That's a bit poor. If it is. Yeah, so the details, I mean, there's lots of stuff that's got sink marks in it, and yeah, I'm not overly enthused with it, but I'm told, you know, that when you get them together they make a really nice kit, and that's probably because the areas that count, the surface areas, there's nothing wrong with those. So my guess is the reason everything looks really nice when you've got it buttoned up is because all the ugliness is hidden beneath. That would be my guess. And I'll just show you, we've got some internal detail going on the boot lid, which is odd because they don't normally do that. Boot lid they don't normally bother with, and in all the internal door cards and that are detailed to a degree. So yes, I am moaning about it, but I'm really looking forward to going to town on this bodywork, to making this bodywork look as good as I can, with the flames down and the black and white stripes on the roof. I really am looking forward to doing that, so I'm going to stick with it, because I said I was going to build a car, and the car I'm going to build, and that's for this is for the Artisan Model House, I don't know how you say that. Model House always seems wrong. But you know, I'm going to build it primarily for their group, because I've shown a lot of my stuff on there which hasn't been automotive, and they've been kind enough to allow me to display that. So just as way of a thank you, I just want to build that for them, to put in their group. So okay, so that's it. Quick little update. That's what this throughout this build is going to be. I'm just going to do lots of quick little updates, and we'll see how everyone likes them. If they don't, we can always drop back and do it a different way.